right as I'm about to go live. Right as I'm about to go live. I know, Hendrik, stop it. Or wait, okay. So, hi, everybody. Right as I was about to go live, my boss messages me from Phuket, Thailand, that I had to get in touch with a vendor to remove something from the restaurant. Now, if you were not here last Monday, then you have no idea why that would be so important. So some of you were here, some of you weren't. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hi, everyone. There is no longer a restaurant. We shut down. And I had to spend the last week, including yesterday, from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m., shutting down the restaurant. It was a lot. We had to shut everything down. We had to close down everything. We had to get everything all shut down as quick as possible because it's switching over to another restaurant. Yeah, Ark, you are behind. Boss lady is on the other side of the globe right now, sir. She's not even here. Her husband, her youngest, they're all the way in Thailand, okay? And I, her oldest son, and Honest Tom have spent the last week whatchamacallit, shutting down the restaurant. Now, this is not necessarily, the cats, as soon as they saw me enter the room, they crowded the desk. It was another thing. I got Penny behind me. I had two cats on it was a whole thing. So it's a bit of a long story. I can't tell you guys everything because it's not necessarily things you are used to. I just got a message from her. She's hungry, then go get food, damn it. I can't. Damn it. Hold on 2 seconds, guys. I gotta actually update her on what just happened. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, had to update her on that because I had to tell her the vendor is going to be able to get in. See, Starman took my car, so I can't even go to the restaurant to take care of this, so I'm a little bit trapped. But anyway, so here's what went down, everybody, okay? So about 2 weeks ago, my boss pulled me aside after I'd already covered for somebody that morning. I was exhausted. It was raining cats and dogs outside. She's like, hey, do you want to go meet to this restaurant near your house? And I was like, okay, sure, why not? By the way, hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. And I was like, okay, sure. And I said, not a problem. Let's go. Well, let me tell her this because she's now messaging me. But I'm sending her a picture of all you guys. Hold on. like I said, I'm not okay. So, all right. So here's sorry. She messaged me again. I had to. All right. And so this way you guys are not staring into the abyss. I'll show you what I drew while oh, that is Nip Nops. I can't show that. All right, we'll start with a beautiful picture of Evelyn. I've been drawing for myself to de-stress from all this because it's been a little stressful. And it's because, you know, there was a small amount of time where I wasn't sure. Yeah, I got, this is a 20-ounce mug of coffee. My mother-in-law got me this for, whatchamacallit. My mother-in-law got me this for Christmas a couple of years ago for Coco. And I've been using it for everything else. Whatchamacallit though. It finally shows me memberships. Yes. Thank you, Natanya. I don't know when they updated this. So happy. Now I can see this. This was a big fucking pet peeve of mine. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Oh, hello, Hannah. Scary, I know the feeling. I was laid off in February. Oh no, it's so much. And I was out in Brazil. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry your mother-in-law passed. Okay. All right. And Choco, yes. All right. Awesome. I love this. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Also, if you haven't renewed your memberships, go ahead now. No, anyways, okay. All right. Let me focus. There's a lot. So she calls me and she tells me some backstories. I already kind of knew about the things going on with the restaurant, right? Right. You move on to the next big thing, and I'm so happy for you, honey. I really am, because I know how that feels. I know that kind of loss. And so whatchamacallit? My one won't work. Oh, Marsha. So here's how everything went down. So my boss calls me. She's like, this goes on, and you know, this is affecting this, that, and the other, right? And so we're talking about. She goes, and I don't know if I should tell you this, but you know, this is she's like, this is something that's really going to help us out, but it's going to affect you, but it's not going to negatively affect you. And she's like waffling. I said, bitch, just say what you gotta say. All right. And so she explains to me that a fellow restaurateur that she was helping out and that she knew, if you guys remember the Turkish coffee video that I told you all about, that restaurateur. Well, he opened another one in another town, right? Okay. And so when he opened that restaurant, he went through all the right things. He did all the big stuff. And the day he opened his restaurant, the town walks in and shuts him down. The day during the grand opening. And he's like, the hell's going on? They're like, yeah, the owner of this building did not renew their contract to be zoned for commercial. So this commercial restaurant cannot open. What? Mind you, this was probably already well known. So the town he opened in, the county he opened in, knew all this. Understood that this man was opening up, registering. He had to contact the town. He had to contact the local chamber of commerce. Had to do all the stuff. Now this man does humanitarian work. Okay, every restaurant he opens, he houses, educates, gets a citizenship for, and provides a job for Syrian and Turkish refugees. All right. So this man's not doing shit just for the sake of it. He has a goal. His wife is a Turkish refugee over in Turkey. She's a prisoner of you know what I mean. She's a prisoner. Okay. He escaped Turkey to get over here and create a better life. He's got a whole goal. Well, here's the thing. He comes to my boss and he says, how would you feel about maybe shutting down the restaurant? And push comes to shove. She decides, sure. We also knew that her cancer was affecting her negatively. You know, she's had breast cancer now for quite a while. She's been going through the treatments, and the treatments are really affecting her. Now, mind you, the town we live in had zero idea she was sick. They just kept coming to the restaurant and asking for the chef, and they'd see my fat ass instead, and they were like, "Well, is she okay? Is she?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, she's fine. She's just taking care of stuff on the back end. You just happen to all see me. I was the one contacting customers. I was the one contacting clients. I was the one filling in if there was ever something going on. Like when you guys don't understand, like I understand the whole narrative, fat people don't do anything. Any of you that actually know me, like Chaco, like, Moon, you guys know me on the back end. You know just how much I fucking do. I don't have time to be lazy. So usually that's why you guys might not see me making a video or even doing a live stream, because I've just got so much going on, because I'm usually handling payroll, I'm usually covering shifts, washing dishes, doing events, handling the social media, I'm running around doing all this stuff. Okay? And I was especially doing it because she couldn't keep up with it, with everything she had to handle, because she runs multiple businesses, and my boss doesn't know how to stop. She does not know how to stop and just relax and unwind. She's not built like that. Okay, right, Rachel, I'm on that star grind. I ain't stopping until I built an entire freaking planetary system, maybe even an entire galaxy at this point. And so I did I sleep before 3 a.m. yesterday? I did. I did. I did, I think. Yes, I went to bed at 2 a.m. I went to bed at 2 a.m. Anyway, so, right. So, she says to me, should she do this? And I'm like, I am not going to advise you to or not to do it. However, you have to do what you feel is right. And as you all know, I've always said, you've got to pray to God. You've got to pray to God. God puts you where you need to be. God puts you in these paths. He's going to show you. You have to listen to the signs. You can get those signs, but if you don't listen to them, that's up to you. And she and I believe that the reason why we're friends is because God put us in a very specific place at a very specific time, and we've been able to build a lot together. But we also built this restaurant together. Almost every ounce of it. I've been there since its infancy, when before it was the other restaurant, and she switched over and became a whole new one. And so I helped decorate the place. I helped build the clientele. I just picture stars and his Queen Amidala. Just, anyways. And so, but I know how to pick my battles. Thank you, Chaco. By the way, Chaco just graduated, guys. Everybody, I want some confetti in the chat for our little rocket scientist, please, and thank you. Congrats to my little sponge child. Thank you. And so now we have to break the news. It's 54 degrees, and it was down to the 20s last night. Going to be down to the 20s tonight. Yeah, it's we got a random cold spat, and I'm very happy about it because my knees were killing me these last week. It went up to 80 last week, guys. 80 fucking degrees. It was 80 last week, and it was 38 last night. Make it make sense. Anyways, so now we've got to break it to everybody. And the thing is, the guy that is taking over the space, he wanted it ready in a week. So now it's not, and plus, as you all already knew, I was getting ready to take over the restaurant because she was going away. Okay. So now we've got to get it all done before she leaves for Asia. We got to get it all done before then. That left us a week to announce the shut down, prepare for the final 400-person event that we had, okay? And then clear out the entire restaurant, okay? We have to clear out everything. Every machine, every bit of food. The only things we didn't clear out were the decor and the tables. We had to clean out every freezer, every fridge. We had to remove appliances. I was like, are you fucking serious? And I had to do this. I had to be the facilitator of the brain part of it because she was too busy getting ready to go to Asia. Okay? So I'm having to make sure this all gets done. So Saturday night after the event, yes, a week. Okay, I need you guys to understand this. So I've been like, so me and Honest Tom and her oldest son are all like, mind you, Sunday night, guys, when I wasn't doing Mother to Smother, do you know what I was? I was at the restaurant with the oldest son, and we're trying to make a game plan for how we're going to handle it. Because, see, we didn't know the new restaurant owner. I didn't realize it. It didn't make sense to me. The new restaurant owner came in and started trying to clean up the restaurant. Like, hey, ho, 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 we haven't cleaned everything out yet. Only reason I found out, I looked at the security cameras. I'm like, why is there a team of Turkish men in the restaurant? He's not supposed to be here yet. What's going on? What's happening over here? Okay. We had to find homes for all the food. Because you got to realize something. Even though we make everything fresh, we would take our fresh food, package it properly, and freeze it so that way we had it stocked up. Well, let me tell you something. We stocked a little too well. We didn't realize how much we had stocked up. When I tell you, holy shit balls, guys, the amount of food. Hi, Leah. The amount of food. Bro, I don't have to go food shopping. And then when I'm done with the food I got, I get to go to her house where her oldest son is whatchamacallit. Her oldest son is stubbornness. That's how she's like, how dare you call me out, Moon? Not me having to fully take a break from drawing to drink this tea. And so while she is on planes hopping from North Carolina to New York to fucking Istanbul, this is all happening. She's messaging me. She's mad at me. And I'm trying to figure this all out. But then yesterday morning, okay, we had to get the vendor to come in and take the machine that dispenses our drinks, right? The vendors did not tell the team picking it up that he was picking up a full ass machine. So he comes in and now we're delayed. So I was there from like 9 or 10 in the morning till 6 o'clock last night, trying to solve this last bit of problems. But that's not where it's done, guys. You see, because the restaurant isn't technically shut down. Nay, we are becoming a food truck. The food truck has already been purchased. Guess who has to get the food truck repaired while my boss is in Asia? Ding, 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 ding. Me. I now have to get all the repairs. Nova, you step on that keyboard, I kill you. Thank you. God almighty. Now, shut up. You're up there, you stay up there. No. She will land right here and knock everything down and not even care. Okay, so now, while she's gone, I've got to get the food truck repaired. Thankfully, I don't got to do the actual, paperwork, because fuck that. I have the entire financials of her entire business in my kitchen. Okay, her bank accounts, her Restaurant Depot accounts, her AAA. I got all of it, kids. All of it. So now I have to find someone to repair all the damages on the food truck, okay? I have to find somebody to do the body work on the food truck. Then I have to find somebody to do a wrap on the food truck. Then I got to find someone to do powerful magnets to stick to the side of the food truck to change as we see fit, okay? On top of that, we're already planning on opening another business. That's not going to involve my boss at all because the main problem she had is the stress and the level of need. I do not have the time for a business proposal, James. I promise you, dude. I got too much on my plate with all this shit. So now, while she's gone, I have to teach Honest Tom how to drive. I have to take Honest Tom to her second restaurant, which is an hour away, so he can learn how to make sushi from the other chef that works at that restaurant. So that's once a week I'm taking him to learn how to make sushi. Once a week I am taking him out to learn how to drive. And then once a week, I have to go out with her oldest son to find out where we can open this second restaurant that she's not going to cook at. It's going to be me, her oldest son, and Honest Tom. Just quit sleeping. Problem solved, right? And that's on top of anything else I have to take care of because, again, she left me all the tools I need in case I have to do anything. And while she's gone, we're still going to have to get paid, so I still got to do payroll. So I got to find out a way without the clock-in machine how I'm going to keep track of hours that we're working. It's because the problem is I might meet an actual Tom, and then it'll get even more confusing, Hunty. Who, by the way, Honest Tom has broke out his damn shell. Yo, he talking back to me all the time now. It's so cute. I love it. The other day we were finishing up for that last event, and he tossed a bucket. No, I'm sorry, a pot, and it made a loud sound. And I looked at him, I said, "Yo, why you making so much noise? You're so freaking loud, kid." He looks at me, and goes, "You could talk." I'm like, "Oh, Honest Tom, look at you." He said, "I can talk." And I said, "Oh yeah, well, where was this all the time? Took you a fucking year to do this. I want to see." I said, "Next business, I better see you talking back, talking smack." And he waited a second, right? And then he went, "Okay." And I was like, yo, that was him saying bet. And I love it because I'm just so proud of him. He's like, "I just don't talk that way at work." Why not the rest of us do? Like, seriously. How the fuck does someone handle all that bullfuckery? Hey, you know, he's learning aggressive affection, right? That's true. Well, because the thing is, he's such a sweet kid, and he's the youngest of 4 kids. Yes, 4 kids. And he is, you know, there's a difference between a spoiled brat and just a spoiled kid. Honest Tom is the spoiled kid. Like, he was just like, "Oh, that's our little baby brother. We love him." And he was just like, "Yeah, I'm loved." Like, that's just how he was. So he's very sheltered, very loved, very sweet. And the thing is, people like that tend to get chewed up in the real world. People like that tend to get abused by people. And I love Honest Tom far too much to allow that to happen. So you bet your sweet ass. Oh, I ride it. I say all the terrible things. I say all the funny things. I make sure. Can I get a nickname? You already have your nickname. Nemesis is Starson. Listen, Honest Tom. The reason why they have nicknames, James, is because these are people that I work with, and I don't want anyone to look them up. So that's why I don't say my boss's name. I just say my boss. That's why I don't list the name of the restaurant. I just say the restaurant. I don't even say the food that we serve. Because I don't want anyone looking it up, because people have tried to dox me. People have, matter of fact, during the whole art Twitter thing, the reason people found me is because of my sister-in-law. They found I had tagged her in something. And when I tagged her, they searched through everything and they found a couple of little snippets of what could be about me. And I do not, exactly, some people are crazy. So it is far better for me. So I picked the most far from his real name that I could. And I added the Honest Tom on. Does this character have a hairy décolletage but bare skin? So she's a cat. This is Evelyn. So this is her dress, but she does have a star pattern on her chest. She has star pattern fur on each of her wrists. The ears, the fur is star pattern, and she has a little tiny star on the corner of her, whatchamacallit, on the corner of her ear. Originally, she had a star pattern on the end of her tail. I got rid of it, but she does still have them on both of her ankles. She's the only furry character I got, and I honestly only made Evelyn, 1, because I love cats, 2, because I love fall, and 3, because I figured I have to have a cat girl. I made her back in 2009, and I love Evelyn. So whenever I just want to draw a random or a fashion or a sassy photo or something like that, I use Evelyn. She my girl. Okay. I also did some updates to one of my characters, and then I just drew them. So this is Aviana and Red. She's the only furry character. Name another one. Name my other furry character. Star Nipnops? No. So that is my, does she have a rough tongue? No, you dirty mind. Evelyn is giving Barbarella vibes. Evelyn is stuck between being a total sweetheart and being a total, like, just bitch for the sake of being a bitch. So this is Red and Aviana. They are, besides Diablo and Angel, they're the first couple I actually like just decided we're going to be a couple, because I just love the way they look together. And I love drawing them together because she's so little and delicate and cute and sweet, and he's just like an asshole. And I wanted to make it a little dirty, like, you know, how couples get when they're, you know, alone and nobody's bothering them. So it's Red and Aviana. I drew this one. Let me see. What's the next one? There's cringe artwork. We're not looking at that. And then there is Helga and Azrael. I made money when I drew NSF. Yeah, NSFW artwork for furries. I love the reasoning. Well, he just is. Yeah, NSFW art for furries. They're like, they all kinky as fuck. So if you really are into debauchery, hold on. I just got another text. Oh crap, hold on, let me mute you guys really quick. I just got a message about another client that I'll have to take care of. Like, I'm on stream right now, woman. It never ends for me, guys. It never ends. All right. So, as I was saying, this is Helga and Azrael, because and again, I'm still trying to build the universe's backstory. Desert Jack gave me a really good thing to bounce off with Red. But when it comes to Helga and Azrael, they're kind of like beings, but not. For those that want to yip, how dare you, Marsha? Don't bring up such devilish things. Ew. Ew. Is to them currently job searching start my career, but I ain't worried. I got a part-time job. Oh, you went back. I get high school flashback. I hear the Kim Possible beep. Stop triggering me. I didn't have an interview and it ain't the boss anymore, so life is the... Ah, got you. Yeah, she keeps messaging me. Because, all right. So while I love my boss, I want you be honest with me. She says I'm not a good communicator. And that I don't explain things well. And that I make things more confusing. Now, I want you all to be very honest with me. We've been on this train ride now since 2021. You have watched many of my videos, my live streams, my shorts. When I've explained things in text and when I've explained things in screenshots. I've gotten awards for my skills in communication. You ramble, but you're not unclear. For personal experience, I have no clue, but what little I've seen, you've been very coherent. That's a big lie. I can't say, hush, James. Is English boss ladies first? Well, technically no, but she speaks perfect English. Like, she has almost a Cholo accent because a lot of her English was learned in California. I love boss lady, but it's actually her communication that's really hard, and the problem is I'm very direct and sometimes too direct, and so she gets very lost because she's trying to rush through what I'm saying because I explain, and so then she just tells me to do exactly what she says. And I try to do it that way. And I love her. But she is not a good communicator whatsoever. She'll literally, without even trying to fix it. You're pretty straightforward. It's easy. And I've got an author telling me this. Okay? So, that's why I take it with a grain of salt. A Cholo. Yeah. When she gets real mad, she sounds Hispanic. Bitch is Vietnamese. It's only when she gets really, 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 like, shouting mad that she sounds Vietnamese. I'm happy for you. Moon has been doing a lot of progress, by the way, guys. I don't need to tell you what, but just all of you should very much say we're proud of Moon for her progress. Give a little yellow heart in chat for Moon. We're all very proud of our baby. I put way too much honey in this coffee because I'm not used to making 20 ounces. But I gotta drink it anyway. People are bad things are also bad at evaluating the ability to do those things. Exactly. Accurate. Very accurate. Like, I love her. She's one of my best friends, and I'm happy to work with her. But a lot of the stuff has been very rush the last few weeks. Because Moon likes using yellow hearts. And it's the closest color to a moon. That's why I use it, Esteban. What, Penny? What's the matter? What? Oh, it's a baby. Hello, Bubbly Toe. Hi, Hawaiian. Did you not like not being in center of attention? Oh, it's a baby. And so, there's been a lot of rushing around, trying to figure out things, trying to get, plans going, all sorts of stuff. Pretty good at clear communication, unless I'm about my feelings or censoring myself. The problem is that when I'm usually getting shit thrown at me, which is, I love her, but that's how she communicates. She can be like, okay, let's get that. Okay, well, I gotta get going. No, no, no. No, ma'am, no. You know what? Shut up. And that's how she is. We ask Ark if he is still in the chat. Ask him if I'm lying. Oh, thank you, Hunty. But I picked just pineapple. I would say strawberry kiwi. If you're gonna get a mixed drink, strawberry kiwi. But ask Art if he is still in this chat. He will tell you, not lying, it's insane. She's not good at communication whatsoever. And I try very hard to decipher it. Oh, Penny! Penny just literally did a figure 8 and fell off the chair and only stuck it by one claw. Yeah, you did that all on your own. And so the problem is that sometimes she's wanting me to get it done. No, get it. No, don't do it now. No, yes. I don't know. You know what? You figure it out. And that's how she is. And so are you chasing your tail? Child. Hunty has officially joined the galaxy. Thank you. You are now starting. She was already one of my children, but I see what you mean. I use yellow because OC has a yellow moon face. Yeah. I just use it because Moon uses it. Well, I ask for it to be used. I like using the light blue heart, the blue heart, and the purple heart for whenever I do hearts. I used to use the purple and the blue. And then sometimes I will add the blue heart and a star. I mean, they're pretty obvious what's mine. Yeah, but Black Cats, not everyone has a moon emoji, and they're all weird looking, but everyone has a yellow heart. Oh, Hunty's using my star heart. Hunty, thank you, baby. I'm just finishing my coffee, guys, because I never had this much, and it's like getting really cold. Oh, you know what? That leads us into a topic today. You know what, Black Cats? Well, let's get off the restaurant topic because you know what, guys? You're going to be hearing more about it. Also, I will say one last thing before we get onto the new topic. As a result of me having to take Honest Tom all the way an hour away to another restaurant, guess what I'm going to be doing while I'm there? I'm going to be working on my freaking, whatchamacallit, on my Inktober from last year and my mermaid from last year, which have already been drawn, but they got to be colored. So the mermaid's going to get colored first, and then I'm going to work on drawing the Inktober. So I'm going to at least get all of those done, finished, uploaded. I have a month of me being able, funny enough, to have that time between all those other things where I'm running around. Cold coffee isn't sad. It's just, the problem is I add so much honey, the honey starts to thicken up, and it's really uncomfortable to drink. Because it's just, anyways. So, iced mocha. No, too much chocolate. Yes, Choco. Too much chocolate. And as for your schlua, I plan on the actual days that we're here, I'm going to get my a new drawing pad. Unless somebody wants to gift me one, I won't fight you. It's the Strathmore Mixed Media. I'm not going to fight anymore because I need money. 300 series. 9x12. You want to send me one, guys? I won't fight you. I won't even fight you at this point. Send me all the drawing pads. I'm running out of paper. And Hopeless Peaches. I mean, wasn't she kind of based for a hot minute? I mean, Hopeless Peaches is always a new drama. Always a new drama with Hopeless. Knowing session won't be done for Mermaid until it's... Shut up, Esteban! Piece of shit. Oh yeah, so I want to finish this thought process before I do this one, leaving it up on screen so I don't forget it. So Helga is a death doctor, and Azrael is kind of like a guardian over the actual realm itself, a spiritual guardian. So they kind of work together. They're kind of like coworkers. And so I kind of thought this was a coworker's day off because Helga's kind of like a Instagram girly in her 20-somethings permanently. So she's always following fashion trends. And so she's having her boba. She's got her crop top bell sleeve sweatshirt. She got her high-waisted shorty shorts, her chunky sneakers, and Azrael, man's always going to be in button-ups and pants. But her art is so nice. Yes, I will say this, and let me see, is there any? Yeah. The rest is kind of cringe art, so we're not going to look at that. Sometimes there's art that's just for star sign, guys, okay? Anyways, boba is not overrated, you bitch. So, Black Cats leads me into topic at hand. Who has heard about the drama with Think Before You Sleep and Illuminations? It's cringe only currently, Choco, but still. Who has seen that drama going on? Because it's a little juicy, but not in the way that you guys think. Like, apparently, so I watched the video that Think Before You Sleep made, because you guys know I saw body positivity and I was like, I gotta look at this. And he commented a lot of, like, you know, when Illy first released her video, I really liked it, you know? I really did. I was like, you know what, I can understand where she's coming from. I understand what she's feeling. The video about this guy that I'm trying to find, because we're gonna do another floating head. I want to do as much of my OCs as possible, guys, before I start doing just random original artwork. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with this picture. I'm so proud of his eyes, but everything else just kind of sucks. So he made a video about her saying how she was the fat kid when, to begin with, Illy's not fat. Illy's chunky at best. And what I've noticed about Illy over and over and over again is her bullshit. She's always a victim. Something's always wrong. She's always sad. Something's always this, that, and the other. And I've gotten very tired of it. And you can't ever criticize her. And if you do, you know, then you're every bad word under the sun is what she's doing. And what's the funniest thing is, when this video that Think Before You Sleep made came out, she ain't ever watched it. She ain't watched it once. And what she did instead was, instead of just saying, oh, ignore it, she's literally told people, don't give him any airtime, right? Don't watch the video, but go and report it. Go and report it for bullying. Go and report it for harassment. Which, Illy, honey, sweetie, that's harassment. I know, because that's what the freaking people on Asian Talk did to me. Don't talk about stars on butts. Butts. Report her. Go to her video and report her. Don't even watch it. Don't listen to her rhetoric. Don't make your own assumptions or your own thoughts on it. Just listen to what I tell you to think. Hopeless Peaches deleted all her socials, huh? Again? That's crazy. Like, I remember the butler had my name in the show. What? You guys having different conversations in the chat. And I was just like, it annoys me that Illy is going this far. Miss, I'm all about not bullying. Miss, I'm all about, allowing people to express themselves. Miss, oh, you know what? There's always, you got to find the truth. But you know what? I don't blame you, sister. Sometimes you got to make sure your nails are just right. There is no war in Boss Sing Se. One of my favorite One of my favorite memes to come out of Avatar is the Boss Sing Say meme. So, like, I don't know what it is about the animation community. The only two that seem to be normal are Jaden and James. They seem to be, well, and what's her name? Rachel? Oh, what's her name? The one that has no mouth in the purple dress. Yeah, Illy has zero knowledge about politics whatsoever. None. She's a very typical spoiled white rich girl who lived a sheltered life. That's it, Moon. Yep. Let me explain studios. Rebecca Parham. Yep. Thank you. You guys got me on the back end. I was like, is it Rachel? Rebecca? It was an R name. I only know Hopeless Peaches from the Creepshow Saga. See, I watched Hopeless before then. Wait, dumb down what, babe? In terms of just like the art, no, I lied. Ice Cream Sandwich is also pretty normal. He pretty cool. But all of them seem to have some kind of like problem. They all seem to have some kind of like battle they've got to win. They always seem to have some kind of thing they've got to take up and the situation. Well, I don't know the Hopeless Peaches situation. Black Cats knows it. She can give us a little breakdown in the chat. Because Hopeless Peaches, I still don't quite get the original problem with her, frankly. I really don't. I don't even understand the original issue with her. People are saying that she was making problems on other platforms, saying shit, I believe, like starting drama within groups. Victim Chucky told peeps to report your man because gay. Oh, the Victim Chucky! Bro. That wasn't... How'd you know she was a redhead? Oh, Victim Chicky. That is the best autocorrect mistake I've ever seen. I like that. She's called Victim Chucky from... I like... So it was unintentional genius. Exactly. That was beauty. Okay, so... before I finish the story, guys, we gotta pick out who amongst my OCs is gonna be next on the floating heads. We already did Placo. We did Helga. Who's left? Vaim is still up. Evelyn. I'll do Evelyn. I was just talking about her earlier. I'll post Hopeless Peaches drama and okay, guys. Go to the Black Cats will post all the screenshots in the drama screenshots channel, which is the main channel you'll ever see me even interact on. Most of the time I'm on the internet, it's usually because I get stuck in a stupid little argument for 2 seconds and then I bounce. Also today we should talk about Pearl, because holy fuck. Pearl on Michael Knowles. That bitch got her ass handed to her in real time. It was so nice. And I don't even like Michael on all the things that he says, but fuck. Man, he made that bitch look vapid, and it was stunning. It was stunning. Loved it. What does she do now? She tried to school Michael Knowles, who no matter what, if you try to put who's got the higher IQ in that room, it's Michael by a landslide. I may not like that man, but when the man has a point and he knows it, he knows it. Pearl was saying, it's facts. It's facts. Facts don't care about your feelings. And Michael said, okay, well, what's a fact? She goes, that women use men. Bitch, that's not a fact. That is an assertion. I investigated Stardew Valley. Edie! You guys don't like Pearl? I highly dislike Pearl. I greatly dislike Pearl. Pearl is a woman who is... There is literally nothing. There is nothing that Pearl talks about that isn't somehow only women's fault. For instance, abuse never exists, right? She said this point blank. If women claim abuse exists, it's not true. But a woman can abuse a man. Because if a woman reports abuse, she's not actually abused. She's just trying to manipulate the system to ruin a man's life. But if a man abuses a woman, she's just over-exaggerating. But if a woman abuses a man, it's 100% true. I didn't even like what a pick-me was. I never believed in the whole pick-me until Pearl. Pearl is, like, I think the only creature that is truly a pick-me in this world. I really do. On top of that, she believes there's no way a man can manipulate a woman, ever, ever. She claims that none of the women that Andrew Tate had manipulated and emotionally trapped and abused, that never happened. But if a woman does it to a man in a marriage, 100% true. Totally real. Then it's the woman's fault. So you agree that women can't be abused ever? Oh, I would have James, I would have killed you. He got me. He made sure. I'm gonna show you guys. This is in like seconds apart. James like, shit, no. And you know what? Where is it? Right here. Chris, here's my thing. She has all the audacity on this planet to tell married people how their marriage works. Bitch ain't even been engaged. She hasn't held a relationship more than 6 months. At all. But believes she can not only tell people how they should be married and how they should act in a marriage, she also believes that she should be able to tell people how to parent, how they, like, there's nothing. Every time she speaks, it's only about how horrible women are. How do Christian women control and manipulate their wives? How do women ruin everything? Oh, women are the sole holders of sex. Like, that's the funniest thing. Men hold on. Men are the gatekeepers of marriage, and women are the gatekeepers of sex. And my thing is, okay, so then that means that men are unable to control themselves. That's what you're trying to tell me. I'm scared for the attacks. I don't understand anything she says. Well, with that train of thought, can monks and priests not give marriage counseling? Well, the thing is, they literally get trained for it, Ark. And I know what he's doing, so I'm not going to play this game. They literally go to school and get trained for it. They meet with many, many couples. And usually what they get trained for is not necessarily all the ins and outs of sex. They get on the ins and outs of how to interact greater with God. So monks and priests absolutely can counsel on how to get closer to God, which is usually why they're marriage counselors. Like, when they talk about marriage, they're not talking about the man-woman aspect of it. They're talking about the relationship to the Lord. And so that's why they have that authority. But my issue is, the reason why I bring that up is Pearl herself said she never, I wasn't doing nothing. Yes, she was. Pearl literally has said she doesn't believe she should ever go to a therapist about relationships if that therapist can't hold down a relationship. And yet, she has the audacity to say that every single woman is a detriment to their husband. That no matter what, in a relationship, women are the detriment. They hold no value. They are not maternal. I wanted to be honest for the ultimate hug from God, right? She believes that women are inherently evil and violent and non-maternal. If a woman decides to work at all as a mother and as a wife, she is inherently a whore. Girl bosses are inherently bad. Are you understanding why I'm saying all this? Because the thing is, I wouldn't mind if Pearl didn't live 100% opposite of what she is. But Pearl lives 100% opposite of what she is. She says you shouldn't be a girl boss. Pearl owns 3 businesses. She says you shouldn't talk over men. Pearl talks over men all the time. She says that women shouldn't have the right to vote and their opinions don't matter. But she gets mad anytime somebody interrupts her or doesn't respect her opinion. When she goes on other people's shows, she constantly interrupts. We already knew you were a bad whore. I would date Pearl. Well, it's because she's very manly. I couldn't help it. I think that Pearl would do well with a man to shut her up. The problem is that Pearl has made herself the ultimate unattainable. Nobody wants her. Right, Faye Queen? I ignored. That was a while ago, but I ignored the shit out of it. You guys don't know on the Twitch side, somebody some bot was trying their shit. But yeah, when it comes to Pearl, the biggest problem I have with Pearl is she tells you how you can't be over 25 and not be married and not be a mother. You can't have your own business. You cannot be opinion. You shouldn't vote. But she lives her life the exact opposite way. She tells women that they're all whores if they wear a low-cut shirt. She tells all women that they're worthless unless they're dedicating their life to a man. She tells all women that they don't matter in society whatsoever, but she's mad when anybody doesn't take her opinion seriously. She tells women that they don't have the right to vote, but my thing is, if Pearl believed anything of what she said, she would sign over everything she owns to her father. She would sign up for a dating service that would match her to be married, and that's it. Pretty much, Emo. Once you turn 25, if you have not married and you are not a mother, well, then you suck. No one's a mod on my on my Twitch side. I said, "I'm come work for me, right?" I'm a whore. It's just it. That's why I rail so hard on Pearl, because she tries to sit there and say that all these women are hypocrites. But the thing is, she only ever interviews the same kind of vapid women. Okay, so let's start with that. She only ever interviews these women who frequent the Miami dating scene. Okay, let's start with that, right? They're all women who only go out clubbing. They only, want to go and have fun. They don't want serious relationships. They only care about dressing fancy. And then she has the audacity to say, well, that's all women. How? How is that all women? You're going to one area. I'm 22. My time is running out. Natanya, that clock's ticking, baby. You only got 3 years till you're washed up. And that's my thing. And then she gets mad if you're married and you dare to post a selfie. Well, then you're a whore again, because how dare you ask for anyone's attention of any kind? Why are you on social media, female? Get off of it. If you're married and you're happily married, you have no reason to be online. Oh, I know, Leah. As close to a traditional Christian wife as I can be, I agree. She has no idea what it actually means. Remember when we suggested stuff in the mod chat? I don't remember, baby. Bubs, you missed the entire beginning of the convo. I've had a very tough month, kiddo. I'm 25 and already washed up, right? I wasn't even fun. Most people aren't, because I mean, what am I gonna do on Twitch? You don't remember because you never looked at it. You say, hey, I'm sorry. I have a business to help run. I think it's a very passionate topic for you. I feel it is, because the problem is that I was always someone that believed you couldn't be manipulated by what you hear online to that extent. I really was in that mindset of it's just words. Reality should be able to, set you straight. Kind of like how I was with the body positivity movement. Once reality really set in, I was like, you know what? It's bullshit. And now I realize it's not the case, because a lot of the men that talk to me through the red pill movement, the moment they realize I'm a woman, they already don't want to talk to me anymore. But then on top of that, the moment they realize I'm fat, well, suddenly my opinion does not matter, because now I'm not fuckable. So why bother interacting with me? And I'm like, I never was going to fuck you in the first place. You were never going to fuck me. We're online and probably thousands of miles apart. Why do you care about that? What does that make a difference? And I told one guy about it. I said, because every time he said, why aren't you being more genuine with your arguments? And I was like, because every time I'm genuine, the moment I start to get really deep in there, they go, well, you're fat anyway, so I'm not talking to you. And the next fucking comment that I got in my alerts was, well, you're fat anyway. From a different person. I said, I rest my case. Oh yeah, and because I'm married and online, I must not be doing anything for my husband, because apparently these men folk, they cannot imagine a married woman can multitask. Okay? They can't imagine, well, you are fat, right? They can't imagine that a woman could ever multitask. Because usually when I'm having these arguments, I'm in the middle of washing dishes, I'm in the middle of taking care of the restaurant, I'm in the middle of doing stuff with you guys, I'm in the middle of cleaning the house, cooking, whatever, what have you. Some of them I'm having with my husband right next to me. And like, well, clearly you're ignoring your husband. I'm like, okay, sure. That's what I'm doing. So fat, but less than before. Very accurate. Very accurate. I'm thinking of redoing my all about that bass video from a few years ago, guys, with the same outfit. What do you think? To show how much weight I've lost in the last 2 years. I feel like it's not going to be very substantial, but who knows? Married, chronically online, always painting, raising a kid, babysitting, multitasking is a kind of thing. It's kind of a thing, right? Like, it's just how it is. Maddie in the corner, ignoring you for a Ryan. How many times do you know I catch them cuddling on the couch? I'm like, you cheat on me with the dog. All this anger must be from Matt not peeling that orange for you! Linda caught that short. Appeal the 19th. Right. She keeps saying that, and then she's like, if women disappeared tomorrow, nothing would change. I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, she does not understand how everything works. Like, in her mind, then she started saying for a while that if you're over the age of 45 and still married, you are naturally making your husband's life miserable. Like, her parents are over the age of 45 and they're married. So everyone was like, what about your parents? She's like, my parents don't count. Okay. So either your rule is true, because she loves making blanket statements, but then she gets very mad when anybody includes her family in it. Well, bitch, that's what a blanket statement does. That means there is no exceptions. And you're mad that we're like, oh, well, then that includes your people. No, it doesn't. What's the original video to what email? Men wouldn't be able to fuck. They would be able to without women. That's it. We united in attacking Star. Always. But of course, my children always tag me. So she wants all women to be without any rights, to be married in baby machines till they are 44 and her husband should leave. And they believe also that if a woman is smacked around, hurt in any way, that she should just endure. Do you want to join on camera, or you want to join in with Bubs? Because Edie, even when you're mean, you're kind of sweet, baby. And I mean that in a sweet way, because you are a sweetheart. We haven't murdered each other yet. I missed that. Yeah, Pearl is all about rules for the, not for me. I thought it was Illuminations. So the Illuminations, nobody was participating in the conversation. Plus it was like pretty much over and all. Orion, stop fighting. The only reason we haven't murdered each other yet is because we spend too much time character training Star. Exactly. We do. We do. Endure that right hook. Right. And the problem I have with things like that is because, you know, and it actually does lead back into the Illuminations portion of it. Because people like Pearl, people like Tate, people like these assholes, they come around and they expound this, and they make the incels and the lonely men of the world think that they're right, you know? And then that makes us look bad. Really bad. Like, really, really bad. It's very concerning how she seems to think about women in general. Everything about her is just women are bad. And so the problem is, like, my father has this saying that I've loved ever since I was a little kid, because he always told me that if you get in a fight, you shouldn't hand someone the bullets. And what he means by that is, if you're going to take a stance, you have to not only be strong in your convictions, you have to make sure you're not wrong in your convictions. You have to make sure that when you can fight, you can fight. And the problem with it is that you can't sit there and say there's nobody. What if Pearl and Tate end up together? They never will, and that's one of Pearl's. I honestly, genuinely feel that as time has gone on, I do feel this. I don't know if Tate even likes women. I don't know if Tate likes men. I think Tate is one of those guys that puts on a really big facade, but actually doesn't want any of that. I think he's too broken for a relationship. And Pearl is far too opinionated. If Pearl actually was a woman that was in Tate's care, she wouldn't open her mouth. There's a video of Tate on his birthday, right? With girls all over him on his lap and everything. I have never seen a man so apathetic and unaffected by a half-naked woman gyrating on his hips. You would think he had a puppy on his lap. You would think he was on his laptop. You would think he was sitting there in a normal afternoon. He was having completely normal conversation while these girls are just halfway fornicating on top of him. Exactly. Linda puts he's dead inside. Pearl Tate, you know what? At least someone would. Never mind. I can't even say it. It's bad. It's really bad. But you know what? She learned real quick what abuse is, I'll tell you that. She would learn real quick what all these women have been complaining about for years. You know. Do we refer to them as pate? Such a thing as too much of a good thing. He's acclimated and become apathetic, right? Either he's dead or very good. I think dead. I think he is. Tatirl? Tatirl. I like the pate. Or we can do a Turl. But you see, the thing is, Tate needs a woman like Pearl. So he might sit next to her. He might promote her. He don't like her. And she constantly begs for attention from any man. Because if you watch her, whenever she posts on Twitter, begging for all these men to debate her, like, it's ridiculous how far she goes. Because she'll go far. And she's like, come on, Kanye West. Come on my show. Come on, Donald Trump. Talk to me. Oh, Ben Shapiro, why are you afraid to debate me? We are not afraid to debate you. You're not worth the loss of brain cells. Perlate? See, I like it, but I don't. Tate! God. Me and Dude call Tate Taint. I hear a lot of people call him Taint. It's just bad, guys. It's bad. And again, you got people like Illymation, so when they come around and they see somebody like Think Before You Sleep, who is, by all accounts to them, he's on the same side as Andrew Tate. Forget the fact that him and Brittany Venti, like, literally tear the red pill apart. And the thing is, like, if you watch that video that he did, he was actually very reasonable. He spoke very calmly about it. Someone I listened to calls him Andrew Tits. Not gonna lie, Tay is just a creation of a third wave feminism. Boys are constantly barging. You're the problem. Right, but that's exactly the problem. It's just the flip side. I don't find anything wrong with Andrew Tate, but I don't watch his content. Andrew Tate literally has all the takes of Pearl, but even worse. Because he claims to sit there and be for men, but then he literally creates an entire porn empire. He claims to be for men, but then he uses women to emotionally manipulate men out of their money. He claims to be for men, But then he constantly emasculates any man that doesn't follow his exact ideals. I had no problem with Tate either until I looked a little further in. Because once you scratch the surface, he is as worthless as Pearl. He really is. And what you see is a very angry, bitter, lonely person who, instead of fixing themselves, instead of walking out and solving his problems, and you know what, I don't like how this is treating me, I'm gonna fix this. Yeah, it's the flip side, 100%. But we look at the origins of things. One extreme always creates another extreme. Exactly, very true, Bubs. And this is the problem that we're having. And I do it now. I use their narrative against them, and they do not like it. Like, because they have this thing, right? No virgin woman wants a virgin man. And I said, so whenever they talk about a woman, who was a former whore and suddenly finds God or whatever, no, she's just used up slut. I'm like, no woman saved herself to get a side dose of STDs, 8 baby mamas, crazy exes. We don't need a washed up whore who's now ready to settle down and find a good woman. Oh, they don't like when I say that. Oh, they don't like it. But I mean, honestly, I've got 39 people in this chat. I don't know across how many platforms, but let me ask you a question, kids. How many of you want to have somebody with a high body count? Be honest. Knowing all the things that'll come with it. As a matter of fact, let me get on my phone real quick. I'm going to put up a poll. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lower my volume so we don't have a double volume going around here. Let me get on my own little soapbox real quick. Let me get up on here. We're going to start a poll. That's what we're going to do. Let me see. How do I do it on here? Can I not do it on the phone? Do I have to do it on the computer? Oh, you slut. All right, hold on. I've got to go on the computer to do it. Aspetta. Let me see if I can. Body count 100, right? I like dancing on polls. Listen, the day they find a poll that holds me, T, you let me know. I'll start practicing. That shit would be impressive. All right, I see you, Greta Weta. But you just went out not too long ago. Daddy should be home relatively soon. So you need to hush him face. Hi, baby boy. Hello, my loves. Let me make sure my volume is off on this live stream. Yep, it is. Okay, let us do a poll. Start a poll. Hold on, I gotta tilt myself 90 degrees to do this, so give me a second, guys. Don't lick me, Orion. All right. I have put it up. So, now that I've got it up, there we go. Explain why you guys don't want it. Married for love, that's my advice. I agree. Prioritize love over everything else because material things can change, looks can change, finances can change, but genuine connection. But then I asked now, Leah, now I will throw a wrench in that. Purely because, let me ask you this. As traditional women, what do you feel about, as a woman who saved herself for marriage, speaking from personal experience as well, speaking as someone who saved herself for marriage, saving for marriage, 100%, Tony. Here's my question, and I think that's more valuable in a lot of ways, but here's why. How do you feel about a partner who comes to you and says they have gone around, they've had a lot of partners, they were very freewheeling, they kind of slept wherever they wanted, was with whoever they wanted, and now they're ready to settle down? What does that feel like to you? But they say to you that they would not like if you had an even body count of 1. Because that's the problem with the red pill men. They believe that it's not okay for women to sleep around in any way, shape, or form, even with one other person. You're still not valuable anymore. The people that throw out a number for how many people they slept with higher than like 15, y'all are weird keeping track of that. What do you consider a high body count? To me, I'm pretty picky. I would say 5. If you've had over 5 partners that you slept with, I'm questioning, especially the younger you are. Like, my thing is, if you're like in your 60s or 70s and you've slept with possibly up to 10 people, that makes sense to me. I'm not necessarily okay with it, but it makes sense to me. If you are 25 and your body count is anything more than 5, I wouldn't necessarily say I judge them, but it doesn't mean I want to be with them. Does that make sense? It's just like if somebody was a fireman, or if they were a habitual smoker, or there's someone that liked to go out clubbing all the time and they didn't like staying at home. I see it as another aspect of their personality that it just doesn't sit with me. It doesn't fit with my lifestyle. Once they get to know, it's all about, I think people can change their opinion of something once they get to know somebody body count. Doesn't matter to me. My husband, we both had kids already. It matters on loyalty and commitment. I do agree with that portion of it. Would you think if you heard somebody have a double digit to a triple digit body count, would that change it for you? Because my thing is, a lot of folks say that. All right, so I've got folks that say they would still not judge. Admirable. What if the body count is 215 and they're 26? And then part of it is that I do agree, Mike. Mike, this is part of it for me. Not a lot, but it is a portion of it. For me, it's self-control. So the reason why is because a lot of people who tend to cheat also tend to have other bad habits. Or people who tend to have a lot of body count tend to have other bad habits, right? Someone who slept around won't settle down. Exactly, Tony. So thinking like that from my end, this is how I see it. If you've been with more than 5 people, it means that you are impulsive. It means that you would rather the pleasure in the relationship than the relationship itself. It means that you have been in and out of many relationships in a very short amount of time. So you have a hard time committing. I want a 300 body partner who is the age of 30. Damn, 10 every decade. 100 every decade, rather. If a former prostitute became Christian, her body count wouldn't matter spiritually. Yes, I do agree, because 9 times out of 10, STDs can stick you the rest of your life. I do agree, because 9 out of 10, a person who is a prostitute got put in there by force or addiction. And I would not hold it against her in terms of I would not associate with her. Like, I would happily be friends with her. I would happily hang out with her. There's nothing that would keep me from being friends with a former prostitute. High voice of the people, and that's why I say I wouldn't judge them. Would I want to be with them, though? That's the difference. Like, I will welcome you as a friend, as family. I will not tell you to leave the church. I will not tell you that there is no chance for you. But I do believe there is some sort of reality I think everyone has to face in some way, that when you have that high of a body count, it does lower your attraction. 215 sounds like they have way too much free time, right? The difference between enjoying sex and jumping from partner to partner to avoid some internal issue. That's how hot dog down the hallway, right? And that's how I see them. That's how I see it. Because for me, it is about impulsivity. At the end of the day, we all can really control our own decisions, and what matters the most to me is how you treat people. I agree. I do agree. I think that no matter what, you can just pull, like, what I don't think is right is if you heard that and be like, oh my God, you whore. Like, I don't think that's right. I think that's wrong, because I do believe everyone deserves the right for redemption. But I will say this, it doesn't mean you have the right to a relationship. Does that make sense? That's why I'm saying, like, I don't believe that Romance is an inherent right. Coming from a romance fanatic, coming from someone that does banging 10 people at the same time count as one? I would say that counts as 10 still, because you still bang 10 people. I think the record for most sex in a day was like 900. That's not even physically possible. How? 900 in a single day? No, there's not enough seconds. The way people talk about it so openly, the only one who needs to know my body count is the person I'm sleeping with, right? Well, because we have made it so normalized. What if the chick has several personalities? Well, which personality slept with what? But I say it because, what do you think about King David? I can honestly tell you, dude, it's been so long since I've read any of the Gospels. I can't recall the exact agree that no one has to be entitled to romance or sex. It should be earned or freely given, right? And so that's where I think, Leah, where maybe I'm not explaining myself properly, so I will make sure this is the case on it. There's a difference between, hi Desert Jack, there's a difference between respect for someone who's wanting to repent and be a better person, and relationships. And this comes down to the exact same situation as with Solomon had over 900 wives. Solomon's a hoe too. Just because he might have done good things doesn't mean I want to be the 901. That's the best person to educate me on this. Big T is studying to be a minister. If I'm going to ask anyone about that's my man. When it comes down to it, if somebody wants to repent and be a better person, you should be willing to help them do it. Okay? Whatchamacallit? You should never tell them that, like, for instance, he isn't viewed as a good person. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't down to be a 901. All in all, I understand where you're coming from and making a lot of good points. It's not a lot we ever disagree on. Thank you, Leah. Each guy had a limited time. What was it, a nanosecond? My God. Like, so somebody was sitting with a stopwatch. Done. Fuck. Gosh, she must have been walking bow-legged for a month. 919? Blech. Anyways. That aside. God didn't condone that, though. At the end of his life, Solomon was distraught about all he did. Exactly. When it comes down to it, you should never tell someone they're never redeemed. Oh, I saw it, Chaco. You should never tell someone they're not redeemable, because redeemable does not equal relationship. Redeemable means that they are welcomed back into society and they are loved as a person. They are welcomed as your friend and family, and they are held in the arms of Christ. That is different. When somebody wants to turn away from a debauchery lifestyle, turn away from hedonistic actions, that is not the same thing as you having to sleep with them. Just buy a fake PP so you don't have to... It's just so wrong all around. And, it's just a matter of, when it comes down to it, I definitely understand that it bothers... Slippery when wet, right? I understand that it bothers people that there would be women who might use God as a way to say, well, I'm better now. I get it. That whole drama going on with that woman from OnlyFans, the one who was doing that, the O face. No, after 100 partners, there's no hope for that person. No hope for that person, maybe romantically, but religiously, there is never a block. Unlucky. There's never a block against them being redeemed, because the whole purpose of following Christ is that there's always a way to turn back. I can't fathom devaluing sex to that degree. Like, some activity with no physical connection, but people who sleep around and end up with mental illness. Right. A lot of the people who tend to be sleeping around or tend to be in that situation already have some kind of... I see, now that doesn't make any sense, Unlucky. Because the thing is, for them to say they're too far gone from religious means that then the core tenets of Christianity are wrong. The core tenets of following Christ are wrong. There is no such thing as unredeemable. It means you have to be willing to be redeemed. That's the thing. You're willing to be welcomed to the church, like you are welcomed to be a good person again. I mean, almost all of the disciples of Christ were bad people at one point or another. She competed with, oh God, Chaco, why? Yeah, the OnlyFans model, that's who I'm talking about. Like, I do think that you have to understand Mary Magdalene was, but now they claim supposedly there's no actual proof in the Bible she was a prostitute. But no matter what, she was still a sinful woman at the time. She was a woman who had been riddled with sin, and she was redeemed. Yes, we get hell for a reason, but the thing is, you can go to hell simply for dying before you're born because you were not absolved of original sin. That's the thing. You have to repent and follow Christ. You have to repent and give up the bad things you did before. Hell is for those who refuse to repent and accept God. Thank you, Bublito. Exactly. Can we all post our body count? You guys all know my body count. Christ is willing to sit with sinners and spread his Father's word, and some modern people want to act like there's no chance of redemption. Exactly. 2,000 years ago, we understood that redemption was possible. We can't pretend it doesn't exist now. The whole point of following Christ is to better yourself, to be better. There's not you're not doing it so that way you get a guaranteed, because the thing is, no one is guaranteed heaven. You could do everything right, but you could still be doing something sinful. I don't want to post my Big Mac count. Stop it. That's the thing that a lot of believers don't understand. You could be doing everything right. You still might not go to heaven, guys. I need you to understand that. Because every time you pass judgment, you are causing sin. You are being sinful. Every time you are cruel to someone, every time you condemn someone, especially if you use the Lord's name in vain, you're sinning. It doesn't matter if you absolve yourself of sex. It doesn't matter if you go to church every Sunday. It doesn't matter if you donate and you volunteer. If you still have actions that are considered sinful, you are just as sinful in the eyes of God. People don't want to hear that. You have to operate as if Jesus walks through you. You have to operate as someone who is willing to be kind and loving. Matthew 12:30-32. Whoever is not with me is against me, and whoever does not gather with me scatters. Therefore I tell you, he will be forgiven for every sin and blasphemy. But blasphemy against the Spirit will not be forgiven. Whoever speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven, but whoever speaks against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven, either in this age or in the age to come. You cannot tell someone they are irredeemable and then believe yourself to be redeemable. I understand it is difficult. Walking with God, walking with Christ is not an easy thing to do. If it was easy, we would never have wars. If it was easy, there would be no arguments. It's hard because you have to give up of yourself. You have to put your ego down. You have to put yourself aside and have God work through you. And I tell you, everyone who acknowledges me before others, the Son of Man will also acknowledge before the angels of God. But whoever denies me before others will be denied before the angels of God. And everyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven. For whoever blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. God knows I try, but I'm a fuck up. Exactly. We are commanded to judge, however, righteously. Call out the wrong people, but do not hold people back from being within the arms of Christ. And do not shun someone that tries to be good. We are to love the sinner and hate the sin. If you want to be my disciple, deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow me. Is this Reverend Starson? Bub's backdropping the Bible. Right. It does help to remember that no one is perfect and everyone has doubts. We are not perfect. The last perfect person died over 2,000 years ago, guys. He ascended to heaven. You have to understand that. Telling someone they are irredeemable means that you yourself are irredeemable for anything you might have done wrong. Don't do that. Do not deny someone the glory of Christ because you and your pride cannot stand aside long enough. It's wrong. It's terrible. It's playing God by your own rules. I don't stand for it. God knows we will sin, right? Because we're sinful creatures. We all fall to temptation. We all fall to the bad path. Stop blaming anyone else but yourself. It is not just Satan tempting you. It's yourself. It's as bad as the people that go, God, if God existed, bad things wouldn't happen. To the redeemables. I like that. Rename your community to the redeemables. Right? That's why a lot of people go back to doing bad things. Right. And you know what? All right. You guys just gave me a perfect Oh, Ryan, I'm not that upset, baby. I'm preaching, baby boy. I'm preaching. He just came and ran up and climbed on my lap because he heard me yelling. I know, baby boy. I know. Mommy's okay. I'm fine, buddy. I know. All right, get down. You gotta get down. Good boy. Think about it this way, guys. That's like saying somebody can never lose weight because they already gained weight and they had bad habits. You can't lose weight now. And if you do lose weight, you're just going to gain it back. Sound like anyone we know? What does that sound like to you guys? That's why we need to... You know what, James will beat your sorry ass. I can't with you. What, Penny? Hi, Greta. I know. They probably need to POTTY. Sorry, what? I got distracted. But that's what I'm talking about. When you tell somebody, no matter what you do, it's not going to work. You're saying the exact same fucking things that the body positivity movement tells anybody that tries to lose weight. You're being exactly the people we're fighting against. Don't even bother. You're just denying yourself. You're just starving yourself. And even if you do manage to lose the weight, you're just going to gain it back. You're not good. You're just trying to appease the thins. That's anytime you tell somebody they can't be redeemed and that the Lord will not welcome them, you sound just like those motherfuckers. God gave us free will to cover what we want to do. That includes stopping the sin, prevent the sin from happening. A lot of bad things that we've done by humans could be stopped by the people who could. Exactly. This is how I get in trouble. I grew up with my mom saying my mouth gets me in trouble. Yeah, me too. But that's my point. The way I explain it to my kids, imagine humanity as a restaurant. We ate and drank, we partied, Christ paid the bill. Don't go ordering more food once the bill is paid. Nice! It's a great way to put it. I get very tired of it, guys. I get very tired of hypocrisy. I try my very best. Obviously, I'm not going to succeed all the time. I try really, really hard not to be a hypocrite. I try really hard. Because I think that's one of the worst things you can be. Is someone who preaches something, but then you don't follow what you preach. You condemn people for doing something, but then you do the condemnable thing. You're just as bad. When Bubs doesn't want to be a pain in the ass, he's actually very smart. And if you order more food, well, you're the one paying with your soul in this case, right? I'm not saying that out loud, Quiet Chris. That's too easily to be clipped. Choco may be acting sweet right now, but she always got that clip button ready. Like Hopeless Peaches? Wow. Black Cat's got a vendetta. She sounds like me with the freaking Monster High. I'm a smart retard. It's just a matter of, guys, I understand that you don't want someone who's going to sully your... Oh, I'm sorry, Penny. I didn't know your head was back there. Oh, showy, baby. Those same people are non-redeemable are doing the same as the Pharisees and yeah, I know what you wrote, but I can't say the word right now. Twisting the word and embracing the dogmas of man. Right. You're shackling yourself down to the rules of man, not the rules of God. I've fallen out with my mom's because of her hypocrisy. There you go. Choco can't be trusted. Uh-oh, you might get your nemesis back, Choco. Not gonna lie, I fell asleep a little bit during your rant, not because it was boring, but because I'm comfy. Oh, that's the worst, when you get that cozy feeling. That's right by Hopeless Peaches and Lion's Convoy. Lion's Convoy? The fuck is that? Jesus, Joshua, we meet when you are where you are at. However, it is up to you to be fully ready, not lukewarm, right? Well, the problem is with it, I say it all the time. You will get the signs. You will get the messages. God is constantly trying to contact you in the best way he can. And I have had it happen in real time. I have experienced it in real time. Messages sent by the Lord. Is it a direct word? Is it letters in the sky? No. It is, you pray and you ask for guidance, and then it is up to you to take that guidance. You can write it off as feeling crazy. You can write it off as whatever you want. You choose not to take it and everything goes wrong, it's on you. So much stuff wrong that they chastise and bully others for years only to do the same thing and act like heroes. Hey, However, even Satan, Hasatan, tempted Yeshua, and he said, do not test the Lord your God. It is a warning. Right. Satan was going to test the limits. He's the bad kid. I've always struggled with following God's plan for me. Felt like my mind never shut up long enough to actually hear. It's true. Listen, one of the greatest things you can do, I learned this a long time ago, and it dead ass, it works. You need to say a prayer every day. You want to get closer to God, because that is one of the best things I ever did, was allow myself to get close to God again. And how I did that was I prayed every single day. Allow me to operate through you. Send someone your way that needs me. I'm still so confused. What is happening? What do you mean, voice of the people? I'm confused. I mean, it's the nicest way. Shut up. Send someone your way that needs me. Allow me to help someone that they need the help because you command me to. And I've lost count how many times someone has told me, don't forget studying the Bible. Absolutely. 100%. I will never pretend that I do it enough. I don't. I do not. I haven't in a very long time, and I should. And that's my fault. Though one time I was in a bad situation and clearly heard a voice saying, get out now. Oh yeah, you'll hear it. There are times when you will hear the voice, and it's very scary, because I want you to imagine someone leans right over into your ear, but they lean over so much they're practically inside your eardrum. If that's even possible. And you just hear them say, don't do this. Don't. You can hear it. You can hear it. Went from hot dogs on a holiday to redemption to Choco being untrustworthy. Oh, don't. That's James. He used to be nemesis of Choco. Oh, he's back to being nemesis of Choco. Whenever he wants to be a pain in the butt, that's what he does. ASMR tingles. Am I the only one that does not like it? I've had this experience before. Exactly, because you when you've experienced it, it's a very scary but surreal experience. I sin, you sin, we all sin. Repent and move on. Some have larger burdens than others. Doesn't matter. No matter what, all glory to Adonai. Look at Job, John the Baptist, devoted, right? Am I the only person that really just does not like it? Is that a COD poll? Cute, Silvar. Just a goofy thing. My dad was very salty that his over a year streak opening his daily devotional app a while back. Now Choco's going to make his head small again. I loathe I don't like either. I like See, now we're going to do another shift change, but that's only because somebody mentioned ASMR. I like physically doing the stuff myself, okay? Like the crackly soaps. Hi, Liko! For all the rest of you, that's Akuma. You know when they have those thin soaps that you can crush in your hands? I get really mad watching them on video because I want to do it myself. So I don't watch them because it makes me mad. I hate the sounds from ASMR because they physically make my eardrums itch and my head pound. And it actually starts getting me irrationally angry. Damn. Silvar keep coming with the fire these days, guys. Look out, Choco. You're the target today, baby. Lick. She can't even keep it up. Devoted to death, you control nothing. Only your choice. Right. It's too late, Choco. We already see what you really said, babe. You're nasty. Nasty. I also forget that where Choco is right now, it is late at night. It's not the case here. Back to driving. Drive safe, Desert Jack. Lots of Christians spend too much time reading the Bible and going to church without doing the one thing Christ asked them. The number one rule, believe in Christ, talk to Christ, ask him for help. And also to move with Christ. Actions speak louder than words. You know, a lot of folks don't know why I take care of the animals. That's because, genuinely, I feel it's my calling. Yeah, isn't that the one that Michelle has? I'm pretty sure it's the one Michelle has. Misophonia. It's not late, but it's 5:30. It's currently 8 p.m.-ish. That's still kind of, it's getting later in the day. I've missed these weird comments. Oh, you still haven't gotten to the weird ones, voice of the people. We in the easy zone today. But, I help animals because a lot of people I know can't stand the idea of helping animals. And all my life, animals have been naturally attracted to me, to come to. Only those who do the will of my Father will enter therein, right? We said way weird shit. It's true. It's so true. It's after 9 here. That's right. You're a little later. You're a little further over. Chocolate's the best when she forgets to put her phone on silent and you message her at 3 a.m. Damn! That's cold, James. That's cold. Trying to figure out where to put her second hand. I think I'm just gonna do this. But no, it's a matter of my whole life, animals have been naturally attracted to me. I've been able to bond with animals better than I've been able to bond with people. Attached to her wrist, no. Stop it, both of you. Stars on furry confirmed. Ew! Blech. I've been able to take care of animals better than most people have. I've been able to understand their problems better than most people. And as a result, I just naturally, when I stopped fighting dealing with animals, when I stopped trying to be not an animal person. I tried everything else but animals. Be a teacher, be an artist, all these things. But when I finally just started, taking care of animals, when I let go and I was like, all right, if I'm meant to take care of animals, then lead them to me. And boy, did he listen. Some people talk about sex because incongruities are funny. Some talk about incongruities because it allows them to discuss sex. If there's me, if I don't release the puns, the pressure becomes pain. How dare you hate on hippos? My brethren are beautiful creatures. I've been better at bonding with animals than I hate you, Choco. I bet the some persona art is cool. Right, I do agree that I enjoy it on an artistic level. It's when you get into that fucking yiffing bullshit. They fucking weird, dude. They just weird. There was a time when you're poor, you're tired, and you're broke. I was like, well, maybe I can draw this shit. right? I thought to myself, I can learn how to draw it. I can make some money. I changed my mind. I changed my mind so fast. Oh, so fast. I was like, nope, you know what? Not doing it. Not interested. I'm pretty sure my husband's home. Because, yep, I'm definitely sure he's home. Husband! Can you put the doggos outside? What? What's wrong? What's wrong? Front door? Is there something by the front door? How long are you going to be in there? Yeah. I'm on stream, by the way. How you know? I was hoping he would come and distract you guys so I could use the bathroom, but now he's in the bathroom. A lot of people text me late at night. You text me late at night. Oh, Orion, leave Calliope alone. Come here, you. In my old Discord server, I drew my active members as furries just for kicks, and it was an inside joke for a while. Leah, you're in my current Discord, right? Pretty sure. I decided if I ever come to visit, I'll rent a car and give you rides to work when you need it. Oh, please. I wouldn't. You don't need to worry about that, honey. I work like 10 minutes from my house. It's easy. Let's see. I think we're ready to line. Evelyn's pretty easy, but at the same time, not. You were badgered into it. That's bad. That's bad. Plus, don't forget, James, I got a husband for that. And my boss. And my dad. And my brother. And my boss's son. And my boss's husband. I got plenty. It's just I try to be very independent. I'm a pretty... I don't know how I seem, but you can ask anyone that knows me. I'm a pretty independent, quiet, keep to myself person. I try to solve everything on my own. It just makes it so much easier for me. Like, my best friend lived 2 doors. This is so bad. So when I lived in the apartments, my best friend lived 2 buildings down from me. I hadn't seen her in like 4 months. She'd sometimes call and she'd be like, when are we going to see each other? I don't know. We just wouldn't see each other. That's just how we are. I see my dad once a week, and that's good. Are you a furry or are you just culturally appropriating? Chris, stop trying to lure us into horn. Quiet Chris is on it. You been seeing his thirst traps he's been drawing lately? Boy out here trying to get all of you into sin. Wow, my carpal tunnel is bad today. My hand's shaking. That's such a vibe. I love Evelyn. Like, whenever I want to just have vibes, Evelyn's who I draw. Evelyn or Barry. But I really don't draw Barry a lot, especially since I've been doing the anti-Bopo. I made... Who's thirst trapping? Quiet Chris. He be drawing all these thirst traps up in the Discord. Big booty girls. Hold on a second, guys. My carpal's bad. Probably because of all the work I've been doing the last week. But let me see. How long you gonna be, love? Okay. I scrolled to the first try. Right. Culture appropriating furry culture is wearing a fur coat with hooded pajamas. Not that Star would know. I look once in a while. You know, every so often. Please, as it is, my poor Patreon. I feel so bad for you, my patrons. I haven't been able to do much of anything. I was so excited when this whole, I was going to have time. I was going to be at home more. And then next thing you know, I start doing all the Asia, and then having to get back on the schedule because people weren't showing up. And it's just one thing after another. Is it culpable when I meow at my cats? Hi, Toasty. Toasty, the video I recorded about you got deleted. Along with like 7 others. Yeah, if you guys were here last week when I was on the Amarata, the Star Marata show, so much happened last week. So much. My dad was in the hospital. We were shutting down the restaurant. Just so much shit going on. Are you streaming tonight? No. No. Yeah, you guys get my one stream. Now I'm going to enjoy a little time to myself. Not having to worry about cooking anything this week. Not having to worry about washing any dishes besides my own. Everyone's taking a small break from each other because, like, when you work in a restaurant, you're up each other's ass all the time. And it's just nice to hang out with our families and nobody else. And then when Starman's at work all day long, no offense, I love you, I get time to myself and just me and the animals, which, aside from my husband, is my favorite thing to do. Like, when everyone was upset with the pandemic, guys, you understand, I was in heaven for the most part because I got to be left alone the whole day. Like, most of my day was me doing whatever the hell I wanted. Nobody bothering me, no one up my ass, no one begging for my attention because they all were stuck in their own houses doing their own thing. It was beautiful. I didn't have to entertain anybody. Oh no, you're forced to stay at home in your own thoughts. Oh, poor you. I'm gonna go play this video game for 6 hours. Thank you. So while I didn't like the world being shut down in my own way, I was in heaven. Not having to socialize, beautiful. Like I told you, when I moved into this house, and that girl that I know lives down the street, she's like, this is great. I can go all the time. I said, no, the fuck you can't. I'll just show up. Okay, I'll pretend you're not home. Oh, you're outside? Oh, that's nice. Sorry. No visitors today. Hey, me too, right? I had that for the pandemic. My mom had to be home with me. Ugh. My ass is always full of people. Oh, bye, Leah. Oh, I didn't realize she left. Well, someone's always wanting my attention, and especially since I started doing the whole content creator thing. So, you get used to really enjoying when you get to be just by yourself. Not having to entertain anyone, not having to put on for anything. You just relaxed. It's so nice. Damn right, I missed the lockdown. The stupid weren't out in force. Oh, it was so nice. I go and get my... And what was even better is when you did your food shopping, everyone left you alone. Oh, that was so nice. I could just go and pick out my food. And nobody asked me any questions. It's like yesterday, I took... I won't tell you where I put it in the room. But in the room, I took a... I always wanted your attention because I've been feeling neglected. Honey, everyone feels neglected by me. My own husband feels neglected by me. I am not the person for that. And I love you. That's just how I am. I'm very much I need my own space. And part of that is because I spent way too much of my life giving of myself to others, putting my time out for others, and never taking any time for me. And when I would take time for me, someone would always come in and interrupt it really bad. And so now I'm just in the mind of, I stay in my pretty little corner, and when I want to interact, I will. Hi, honey. Oh, now you want to kiss me. Oh. What's wrong? What happened? Are you out of work in pain?
What?
Are you out of work in pain? Because you limping, motherfucker. Are you like not going to work tomorrow kind of situation?
Oh, no, I'm going to work.
Oh, did you go do plasma yesterday?
No, that would have been today, but I don't know if I can.
But this leg. Right, Moon. I understand that totally. Like, I was very lucky. The pandemic, I live out in the middle of nowhere. I don't have to deal with a lot of people. My neighbors are generally a little further away from me, so there wasn't much neighborly interaction. You call them, yes. I told you, I'm not this affectionate little sweetheart, guys. Like, my terms of affection are motherfucker, douchebag, asshole. That's just how I am. That's how my family is, too. Loud worrying. Oh my god. Yo. Okay, so I follow the Pasta Queen, right? And on the Pasta Queen's Instagram, someone complained to her, why is she so loud? Why is she always screaming? And I left in the comments, I said, why are you always screaming? Just say you don't know any Italians, bro. It's okay. We understand. That being said, without the pandemic, I wouldn't have discovered Gothics and therefore wouldn't have been kidnapped by Starsun. There you go. Hi, Allison. She even suspected how? You didn't go anywhere, Black Cats. You were a kid. How? You're like, what, 20 now? So you were like, what, 16? She's Italian, right, exactly. The lockdown thing almost destroyed me. It was like being out in an apocalypse. Everything was so empty with my head so bad. See, I loved it. E fangu. Gothics is just as bad as me, though. You guys think she is just as bad as me. We'll be in the middle of the conversation. She'll be like, okay, I'm done. All right, love you, bye. We won't talk to each other for like 3 months. Like, we're so bad. But that's how I am. If you're really close to me, you'll realize one thing. And most people I'm close to are just like that. We like our privacy. We like our quiet time. And Gothics especially, she's just like me. She doesn't like having to be on. She likes just, chilling. And I love her. I'm very proud of her. But, I haven't seen her since her wedding. That's the last, like, a lot of people still think I'm in Rhode Island. They're like, well, you see Gothics all the time. Like, the fuck I do. Heck, we don't even talk every day. We don't even talk every week. Every once in a while, I'll send her a message and I'll be like, hey, guess what? What? I love you. Oh, I love you too. All right. 3 months later. Again, all my best friends I'm like that with. The only one who I talked to every day, and that's because he lived with me, was Brandon. Yeah, you definitely do, James. Oh, you 100% do. You probably see her more than her mom. Yeah, Gothics' interaction is streaming. She don't want more than that. She likes to be quiet in her own space, doing her own thing. And I can appreciate that because then when we get together, we have lots to share and talk about. And then after a while, we just hang up and we go, hey, guess what? I love you. I still support you. Yep. God bless. Bye. Bye. We'll talk in a few months. That's it. I've just become very much, especially over the years, like there was a small amount of time in my life where I really, really wanted the attention. And mainly that was because I was always helping everyone else. But now, I'm so glad I'm no longer like that, because it's just, I hate drama. And this is more peace. There we go. Evelyn's floating head. Homebuyers unite and leave each other alone. I like that. I really like Evelyn's floating head. I'm proud of this one. My pretty little kitty girl. She looking fancy schmancy. So now we've gotten... I'm leaving Guy for last because the problem is, guys, like, how do I capture so much beauty in one image? I don't know. But what do you guys think? Like, now that we're really, like, I am consistently drawing my characters now. How are you guys feeling about this, by the way? Like, are you enjoying seeing my characters more? Are you liking them more? Or are you like, you don't care? What do you think? Tell me your thoughts. I'm a simp. 110%. I won't lie about that at all. I will always simp for my man. That was my first man. Before there was ever a Starman, there was a Guy. I like the 80s characters. The 80s? Oh, how all my characters have giant fluffy hair. Yeah. Guy definitely looks like he came out of an 80s hairband. I suppose they're okay. Oh, okay. This is the only cringe artwork I can show you guys. Me and Guy. If I say cringe, it's like this. I have my Venmo, and there's... Dude, who sent you money? That's awesome. Let's see. It's nice to see something OG and not fan art. You know me, baby. Marsha knows what's up. Marsha knows how I do. The fuck is Venmo? It is, see, I don't know what the equivalent would be. It's like a PayPal, but I like it far better than PayPal. It does give Gem and the holograms, right? Like, all right. I've always found the idea of just, like, sinking your hair into your fingers into your romantic partner's hair and just, like, you know, all that gorgeous hair. I love him. I love him. Him and Aviana have, like, the floofiest hair. And I didn't even mean for them to have... Oh, and Leo's got some hella hair, too. Leo's got some, like, really hella hair. I drew this almost a year ago. Oh, my God. I felt like this was one of my newer drawings, and I just looked at when I drew it. Fuck me. My God. And then this is Helga. We drew her last month. And then Placo. Now Evelyn. So I'm really liking this. I actually want to try and replicate the 80s hairstyles. I also love the old in the old cartoons. They were beautiful. Revolute. It's gonna ask the same what? Ask the same what? Oh, about Venmo. Gotcha. You're improving quite a bit in the space of a year. You think? You can never tell. I really can't sometimes. Like, because sometimes I feel like my art goes a little backwards, and sometimes I feel like I go a little forwards. Like, but just look at my beautiful girl. My sassy baby. You taking orders and delivering? On what? On what? But I can't lie, though. I'm very proud. I didn't actually tell you guys what I did. You can't tell? Okay, well, then I could draw. You're such a bitch. So I didn't tell you guys what I did. So I've always had a problem with Red's hair. I avoided giving him a mohawk for the longest time because I felt like thick thighs spotted, right? Oh, yeah. Evelyn is always going to be that, like, halfway to muscle mommy. I will say, do you know what I want to do very badly? I hope she'll agree to it. I want to see if Michelle will do a couple of poses for me because Michelle has the most accurate figure to Evelyn. I've always drawn Evelyn a little muscular because, again, she's a cat, you know? Like, she is a furry. Play Papa's new game? What Papa? Mohawks are cool. I love a muscle mommy, right? And I tried to draw a male cat for Evelyn. I didn't like it. You'll know how much you've improved when you pick something you thought was good 2 years ago. See, I don't know, dude. I'm scared to do that. So I'm really bad. I'm really, really bad at wanting to redraw my stuff. Like, I don't disagree with you, Silvar, but I have this problem where I love what I did so much, I'm afraid to screw it up and redo it. It's really weird. I can't describe it to you. Who's texting me? Who is texting me? Okay. Oh, it was Chaco sending me something. Okay. Never mind. Can I draw you like one of my French, cat girls? Right? Is there anything that I can show you guys? I guess this isn't too bad. All right. Imposter syndrome, right? Well, because again, I know a lot of talented artists, and what's I've advised other people to do it. It's hard, but I force myself to do it. You have to stop comparing yourself. You have to stop comparing yourself to other people. You keep doing it, it's going to ruin you. The worst thing is with Evelyn is that star keeps changing from her cheek to her ear. It's not the end of the world, though. Who wants to see borderline cringe? How about this? To my patrons in chat, do you want me to post all the cringe artwork on Patreon? It's not Napples. It's not. But who wants to see the cringe artwork on Patreon? I will post it there for sure. Dude, you're talented too. Shake my head. You know it's time to get your head out of your ass when I'm complimenting you. Right. Here for the cringe. Okay. Chaco, I'm looking at you. Don't judge me. If it's gonna be cringe, it's always me and Guy. Always. Very about only comparing. I want to buy some art from you, dude. I've had so many people recently, like in the last year, ask me, including voice people. If you're still here, he's asked me to do artwork from a couple people have asked me. And I'm like, I can't. I don't have the capability. If I'm always gonna draw, it's always gonna be me and Guy. Let's not do the same shit, right? Chaco, just say it's cringe. Get it over with. Get it over with. Just say it. I cringed. I can't handle anymore. You are simping. Simping. Say it. I'm simping. Say it. A massive simp. Huge simp. That I got from I ship it. Thank you. Starman knows his main competition doesn't exist, so it's all good. Starman knows his main competition lives rent-free in my head. Yeah, I'm here. Exactly. I've had 3 different people ask me for commissions, and I'm like, dude, I still haven't finished the piece of artwork my sister-in-law asked me for my niece's walls. It's getting done this week. I don't know when I'm going to be able to take on any, my future husband will be the same, right? I may have fallen asleep. In fairness, the cold in my head got me wanting to hide this. Oh, you got a head cold. Oh, I'm sorry. You're in California. You definitely don't feel the cold. It's not simping if you're not getting fun time. I mean, I get fun time in real life from my husband. I'm gonna try to write a Princess of Jacquelina or make her a new thirst trap while you ramble. Ew. Well, yeah, because I'm not gonna start another piece of artwork. I'm gonna log off in about 13 minutes. So now we on our 3 hours. Can you draw a pic of me and Chaco shaking hands? Well, you are a patron. You're both patrons. I could do that. You gotta wait till I get all the rest of their shit done, though. I have so much artwork from patrons that, like Pink Dolphin Milk asked of me. Jenny Eller asked of me, and it's just so bad. I'm so bad at that, guys. Like, that's why I cut it all off. I stopped taking them because I do not want to be like another Tess Holiday. Like, Star Sun said she's going to do this and then she never does it. Like, I don't like that idea. It absolutely kills me to think that people can actually say that about me. And if they can, it makes you just want to like curl up and die. Like, that's one of the things I don't like. I know I seem like I'm like, oh, nothing affects me. But when it's directly tied to my actions, yeah, then I got something to say because directly it's my fault. We can be gay. Why are you gay? We can be gay together. But yeah, so anytime I say it's cringe artwork, it's like this. And I don't know if I'm always going to make it wholesome because there's just things, okay? If I'm shaking your hand, it's because I'm holding a knife. I might make it with both of you holding knives. That'd be funny. Draw Choco and oh, voice of the people. You don't know, do you? Oh, voice of the people. Hold on. He doesn't know, guys. He don't know. Hold on. Let me get to them. I gotta scroll my Instagram to get to the masterpieces. Aspetta. Here we go. Hold on. Stop it. No, it's too late, Choco. It's happening. But wait. There's more. I have seen this. You forgot. How could you all forget the gender bent Bubs and the gender bent Choco? Souls in PTSD corner. We need so much more of these. You know what, guys? And the best thing is, I now have. Hold on, now I gotta go all the way back up. Where are they? Yes, Orion, I know. Mommy made noise. How dare I? I gotta scroll quickly because there's always nudes on my Instagram. I went too far. I missed them. I also made my own versions of Choco and Bubs. So, from here on out, guys, why did you unforget them? Pepperidge Farms, remember? I can't laugh too hard because I gotta use the potty, but oh my god. Beauteous. Babe, you put them out, right? Okay. This is that's why if you guys wonder what Choco's thing is, I made that for them. So that way they had their own little avatars through me. So when I draw them, this is it. I can't forget. Mostly it's the high alcohol tolerance preventing that. Maybe I shouldn't have woken up yet. So, guys, if you wish, and I do the drawings, these are the versions you'll see. Are you pleased? Are you pleased, all? How do you feel, voice of the people? You were worried. But I... Exactly. Exactly, Hunty. I live to provide. You see, I hold it in my back pocket, but I have other things that I can do that Choco does not like. I can do things with my voice that Choco does not like. That makes her very uncomfortable. And depending on the day, I will do that. Don't do it! And you see... I hold it in my back pocket for in case she gets too disobedient. I know what to do. I won't today. I will find you. You know where I live, bitch! It's hard to find. You can't, quote unquote, wait, what? I won't do it today. But I might make a video. I will spit in your tea. I will make a video for the patrons. But it is the opposite of ara ara. So desu ne. Things like that. Don't do it. She'll draw you with the nip nops then. What? I didn't do anything bad. Chaco, you're so scared. Chaco, why are you so scared? Bees do it. Birds do it. Bees do it. Even the educated fleas do it. The opposite of ara ara. Odo odo. Odo odo. No. I won't do it today. I want Chaco to live in fear. Have you seen the white girl speaking Japanese with a southern accent? No. I think I have to. Wait, have I? Wait, so you're opening up a memory in me. I think Starman showed me this at one point. I think so. Don't ask the questions. It's secret and safe. Here's what I will do. I'm going to make a video of it for you guys. And I will put it on Patreon. And I will put it on the patron Discord. And then you can see there. It's, in my opinion, I'm on way too many meds not to ask. In my opinion, it's not terribly bad. However, in certain contexts, it's uncomfortable. Don't do it. Listen, you will know what the video is, Chaco, and you can choose not to click on it. I do you the favor. It's a trigger warning. Don't you want a trigger warning? See, I could be really bad right now because she don't like when I do my sexy voice either. That also makes her uncomfortable. Konnichiwa, motoka son genki desu ka? Oh, I am not. No, that is a freaking lie and a half. I don't want to hear these, but I have to click. Well, then whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? So it's a Southern American accent, not South American, Southern American accent. It's a Southern American accent with a Japanese accent. And South is in like Texas and North Carolina, you know, things like that. It's your fault for posting it. Nay, nay, nay. Darling, it's your fault. Don't make me have to be bad. You guys don't understand. I keep getting told that I should do voice acting because I can change my voice very easy. And I can change its tilt very easy. What do you guys think? Maybe I'll start doing some coaching. I don't like it. I don't like it either. But I do this to make Chaco uncomfortable, guys. And it works. Mom, show the video. I can't. I'm going to log off because I need to use the potty. But I think what I will do is I'll start doing some things for the patrons. And maybe I'll animate it. I need to start doing some more stuff for you guys because I just don't get to do enough. Don't make me be bad. Let me see. Let me try it. Don't make me be bad. How's that? Is that what I should be doing? Or don't make me be bad. How do you want me to do that? No. I like making Chaco uncomfortable. What you guys think? How am I doing? Out of context clip show coming one day. Love you, Jay. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta channel my inner Jessica Rabbit. Get a drink. Hold on. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. Shadow warning. That is the deer version. Look out. No, don't bring Jessica into this. I'm going to have to do some practicing because I've been told by several people I should do voice acting. So at the very least, I should do some practices. I can do cute stuff too. I could do a pretty stellar Stitch. At least I could back in the day. Choco, your reactions are the best. I remember being able to do a Stitch. I haven't practiced in so long. I went to do an Side Eyes and Suspiciousness. What? Would you like to hear it? I gotta see if I can recapture it. Hold on. Ooh. Yeah. I'm trying to how good you are at that. Stitch. Stitch. Mal long Stitch. Ohana. Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. Yeah. How'd that sound, guys? I'm good at it. It even made you cringe a little. Your classic was concerned. It's been a hot minute since I've done Stitch. I agree, I do need practice. I used to do it much better. There was less stuffy nose in it. It used to be so much better. But I used to practice all the time. I think my throat's actually gotten a little too good with all the honey that I use. Oh, right in the feels. That movie was special for my daughter. I love Lilo and Stitch. Why do I love Lilo and Stitch? He's Experiment 626. What is my birthday? June 26th. I remember when that came out, I was so happy. Have you never, let me ask you, have you seen it? I can do Meatwad. Oh, for a short amount of time I could do Meatwad, but I don't have the sound registered enough in my brain to do it properly. I can imitate him when I've got him on screen. The Superior Sister movie. But I like Frozen. I relate to Lilo so hard. Lilo is a vicious little creature. I love her, though. But she vicious. She vicious. I can't get tuna fish to a fish. Do you know what tuna is made of? Fish! On the gay month, even though you're half gay, right? So Evil explains a lot about you, Hunty. True. She had to survive. She was still vicious. But all right, guys. This was fun. Patrons, remind me, we have a chat you can go into. If you're on my Patreon, I still have quite a few of you, which I'm very grateful for. I need to, whatchamacallit, start producing more stuff for you. So I'm going to try to very soon. I'll make some content that is outside of the YouTube norm just for you guys. And she's just in denial. Yep, I'm so deep in denial about it that I'm married, just to be sure. Either way, guys, there should be a video this week because currently we are taking a small break. Dead. But guys, I will talk to you all soon. I will see you hopefully next Sunday and Monday for the Smothered or Smothered, and then for the Star Murata. There should be at least one video out this week, and I'm going to get some more art done this week. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So, guys, I love you. Be safe. And have